It happened in '98. That story in the basement. Yeah, I think it was then. We were 11 years old. Some kids already had computers, but we didn't just sit around at home. Hide and seek, war games, chish, gorodki. I could name a couple dozen games, and that's not even counting the ones with a ball. If we ever talked, we especially liked to tell scary stories and tales about UFOs. Yeah, scary stories, that's what we called them. We loved to scare each other. After those gatherings, if night had already fallen outside, we wanted to go home even less, because that meant we'd have to go up the dark stairwell. Back then, we still believed in monsters. In fact, I'm still convinced they exist. Yes, we spent a lot of time outside, so you could say we grew up on the streets, in the best sense of the word. Even Artyom, who didn't get along with other kids, knew how to have more fun than just watching cartoons. One day, he invited me to go hunt ground squirrels. I found it. One of us was pouring water into the burrows while Artyom, shovel in hand, was waiting for a gopher to appear from another hole. Bam, dead body. In one day we killed 7 or 8. But I swear to God I was disgusted with this activity the moment I saw the first dead carcass. But Artyom got really into it. He even fed one of the gophers to his dog named Boss. It was a disgusting sight. I've never seen anything worse. Artyom had a strange attitude toward Boss. On the one hand, he walked the dog, fed him, cleaned up after him, in short, did everything a loving owner should do and never shirked his duties. But on the other hand, Boss often got it rough from his owner. Honestly, the poor dog had more scars than Jackie Chan. His fur was all sun-bleached. I suspect Artyom was conducting some kind of chemical experiments on the dog. But the cats had it even worse from Artyom. One day he caught a cat, tied a 10-meter string to its tail, and threw it off the roof of a 5-story building. That must have been quite a sight. I didn't see it myself, I only heard about it from Artyom. If someone with a burning look in their eyes tells you about the sound a vertebra makes when it separates from the meat, you can be sure there's something wrong with their head. I think I've given enough reasons why the guys tried to avoid Artyom. But before I get to the main point, I have to tell you how we ended up in that basement in the first place. It's as simple as can be. Max, who lived in the same building entrance as Artyom, got the keys to the basement. He didn't do it just for fun. We were planning to set up a little headquarters down there. Yes, back then kids used to build little hideouts. Our first one, me, Max, and a couple of our friends, was made in the bushes of the park, just by covering them with cardboard and foam plastic. The second time we took things more seriously. We found a suitable tree with a sturdy trunk and branches, stocked up on our dad's tools, and grabbed some boards we found near the dumpster. I can't count how many times I hit my own finger with the hammer, and Max even stepped on a nail. It's funny and nice to remember now, especially since we actually managed to build the hideout. We had something more serious in the works, a real bomb shelter, which was located in the basement of Max and Artem's house. The work was going well and everyone was having fun. On the first day, we fixed the wiring, took out all the trash, and even put up wallpaper in the first section. On the second day, we got to work on the rest. After a week, all that was left was to get some furniture and build a ping-pong table. We all dreamed of learning to play table tennis. We could have finished even faster if we didn't have to work in secret, so to speak, without any extra eyes around. Everything in our new headquarters was perfect except for one thing, the far section, the entrance to which was locked with a metal door. Max had keys to that door too, but no one was planning to open it. There was a creature living in there. The first time we heard scraping behind the door, we chalked it up to rats scurrying around. We were just cleaning the floor of their droppings, so it didn't take us long to figure it out. Rats are, of course, unpleasant, but as long as they stayed behind the iron door, there was nothing to worry about. But on the day we heard a long drawn-out howl, like a wolf's. After getting caught in the trap, we decided to finish the repairs early. Everyone found something more important to do. We didn't return to the basement until 2 days later. We carefully examined the door, discussed it, and decided that there was a ventilation pipe in that room, or something like that. Are we supposed to be afraid of a little draft? Still, we tried not to go into the far section. And one day, we came up with a new game. We turned off the lights and started scaring each other with scary stories. I'm sure many remember tales about coffins on wheels, the killer's gloves, and other scary stories. Scary stories. I really like that name. It sounds fun, even though it actually contains a word with a slightly different meaning. So, that evening we were seriously discussing the possibility of vampires and other supernatural creatures existing. And then Max told everyone about the creature. It lives over there, he said, pointing to the far section, behind the door. The guys laughed. You came up with that just in time, I remarked. I didn't make anything up. Lesha told me about it. Lesha was the name of Max's older brother. By that time he was already about 20 years old. So kids like us believed his words without question. The creature has been living there for about 30 years now, Max continued. It used to be a human, a boy. He was the youngest in his family. His father was obsessed with the threat of nuclear war, and one day after hearing an explosion, he brought his wife and children here to the bomb shelter. They didn't leave for several days, and they had brought very little food with them, so it ran out quickly. The eldest son died of starvation. Then the others ate his corpse. The boy liked it so much that he tried to eat the ones who were still alive. He killed his mother and father and then ate them. A few months later, some repairmen came there, and the boy ate them too. This happened several times until people began to suspect something was wrong, organized a team, and went down into the basement. By that time, the boy had already turned into a strong and bloodthirsty creature. He wasn't afraid to attack the team that came down, but he couldn't defeat them all. Then he hid in the farthest room and began to lure them in. The people That's why they installed a door here, to kill it. They say it can even withstand a shot from a bazooka. But the creature has been in there for a very long time, so it might soon scratch its way out.